Well, everybody, Doomsday arrived, unfortunately for all of us. Let's let's spend this moment to pour one out, I guess. Heave ho, let everybody know what has happened. Let's make it known, and I just came here to say hi, and also for us to pray together. I came home like half an hour ago. I was about to go and edit my bullshit as usual. And the news came in. The verdict is here, and it's Jover. It's never been more over. But yeah, hello, Poo Enjoyer. What happened with Classic Offensive? It's dead. That's it. Game over, basically. Yeah, it's never been more over than right now. I guess we still have CS 1.6. That's a constant, but for a lot of people, it's not a deal breaker to just go play CS 1.6. So, hey, we can do that, but it's not everybody's cup of tea. At least for us, for our little niche community, we can mourn. We can grieve, and that's what I want to dedicate this time. Because I'm sure nobody else is going to do it. Everybody is going to go ahead and make their videos boycotting Valve and yelling at the top of their lungs that this is such a cruel injustice, which it is. It is. But me, on the other hand, I don't want to bother with any of that. So I'm just going to spend my time grieving, okay? So let's just do that together. Is the least that we can do, because we don't have any other option. And also, hey, maybe at the very least, I could also spread the word to everyone else, because I know you guys might have been, some of you at least might have been privy to Classic Offensive. So yeah, the news just broke out literally half an hour ago that Classic Offensive is dead. Valve cease and desisted them. That's it. That's basically it. Valve said no. You cannot have this. That's their final definitive answer. So we're not getting it. We can't even get it outside of Steam. So at this point, I don't even know what the chances are of Legacy Strike coming out at this rate. So I'm kind of concerned about that project too. If Valve has a firm stance against derivative works based on CS, then I don't know. I'm starting to feel a little bit concerned about that one too. Legacy was built on... It is, look, Legacy does follow technically the rules. It's built on Source SDK 2013, which is allowed, but I'm starting to think that a problem with Valve might be that, oh, wait, you're making a Counter-Strike? You're making a derivative project based on our property? No. Maybe. I mean, there is Black Mesa, which is a remake of Half-Life 1, and Valve did allow that. They even allowed them to sell it, as long as it's exclusively on Steam, of course, but still. So, maybe not. But I'm just saying that I feel a little bit concerned. Hey, can you 1v1 me in my server? Okay, sure. But give me a minute, okay? Let's not be too quick to game, because we have more important things right now. Ciao, can we, Ciao. Hello. Bonjour, mon ami. Such a shame about it. Yeah. Chow, can we, guys? Can we mourn in the most authentic way possible? Can we like get a church map? Chow, can I give you a church map? You put it on your server, and we just no, a graveyard. We need a graveyard map. Put a graveyard map on a server so we can mourn, so we can grieve in real time in game. Chow, how about it? That would be very authentic. This is no laughing matter. Also, I haven't eaten. I was like ready to chill out, have dinner, eat a fucking stupid kebab that I got. But yeah. Black Mesa single player? Oh yeah. Valve wants you to play CS2 and spend money. No, that's not the only thing. It's not just about Valve wanting you to play CS2 and spend money on it. But yeah, I guess the major difference is that Black Mesa is single player. I don't know though. Legacy Strike isn't single player, so I feel concerned about that. No, but I don't entirely agree with the angle of Classic Offensive or Legacy Strike being a fucking threat to CS2. I hardly believe that millions of people are actually gonna flood. If those games released, hypothetically, if Classic Offensive released, I don't think millions of players would flock to it and be like, man, fuck CS2, I'm gonna go play Classic Offensive. I kinda doubt it. We may never know at this point, unless somebody decides to leak the, quote-unquote, leak the full version of Classic Offensive so it's out there, but, because at that point, if somebody, quote-unquote, leaks it and it's out to the public, then Valve can't do anything about it. Yeah, it's not going to be on Steam, it's not going to be officially released, but Valve can't stop piracy, and they know that. So maybe, if somebody were to accidentally release it... I got Fight Yard Cemetery? Wait. Where is Fight Yard Cemetery? Ooh, okay. Okay, it's dark and gloomy, but honestly, it fits the vibe. Can we actually use a map that I actually used in my Dead Gold Source Games video? I think I looked up on Game Banana Graveyard. Hold on, guys. We're gonna play in-game, but we're gonna do something different. There's ZM Lost Graveyard. Yeah. No, this one has turrets and shit. Now, people are gonna abuse this. It's a ZM map. Fug. The hell is this? Nah. Okay, Chow, let's use... Or, wait, do we? I just want to make sure. No, Chow, use DEDM Graveyard. It's on Game Banana. This is the name. Actually, fuck. I think this one is gonna be the most appropriate. I like the vibe. It has rain and everything. It has a vibe. It has a mood. So let's use that. Yeah, yeah. Just tell me when it's done. Hello, Gigimo. Hello, everybody. FY Cemetery is dark and gritty. Yeah, but this one has rain and fog and everything. This one has the perfect vibe for our moment of mourning. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna eat shite because I'm hungry and I have to. I'm sorry. I hate eating on stream, but sometimes I'm like forced to. My schedules and shit in real life are super tight, but anyway, I'm not gonna fucking yap about that. This isn't about me. This is about CS Legacy being dead. Yeah. Just joined Why Classic Offensive dead because Valve said no to the release. They basically cease and desisted them. We still have CS Legacy. Well, not until Valve decides, hey, this is derivative. It breaks copyright, so fuck you, you can't have this. I'll set a time limit of 0 in the meantime. Okay, Chow, can you also is there a way to disable damage so people don't kill each other, or maybe limit to only one team? I'm sorry for making you chat support again. I'm sorry, I'm turning you into an IT guy on the spot again. But if we want to have this, we gotta have this right, because I'm gonna get up on the graveyard, start my spiel, and then somebody is just gonna shoot me with an op. I know that's gonna happen. No, not just team kill, but I don't know. Yeah, but if I join CT and somebody is on T, they can like shoot me. Also, on which server did you put it? Could you just slap the IP so I can also pin it? How about using Legacy Framework and re-release Condition Zero campaign? Why? Condition Zero campaign is there. I don't think it's viable to even bother re-releasing it or anything. At least I'm pretty sure that's not Valve's priority. It would be cool, don't get me wrong, but business-wise, I'm afraid that might not be on Valve's watch. Thank you, Chow. Merci beaucoup. Let's put on some funeral music. I have to. Wait. Fucking. I hope I don't get copyrighted for funeral music, and I hope it's also not AI generated. Ew, no. I guess this works. Alright, everybody, join the IP and let's proceed with the funeral. Wait, can I like stop sound to this? Yeah. Oh, I removed also the rain. Alright. Please don't shoot me, let's just let's be peaceful here. Hold up, where do we go? Oh, actually, let's go into the church first. Let's start the procession, okay? Gather around, everybody. Let's go, you play 1.6 today? Kind of, I guess. Let's just join for the morning of CS Legacy. Valve wants you to play CSS. Why would they want me to play that? Ew, no thanks. You should run some Condition Zero 5v5s. We've done Condition Zero events where we like want everyone to get a chance. Everybody, we are gathered here today to mourn the loss of something great. Something that was near and dear to us. Despite us never actually enjoying it, never actually having even the option to try it, really. I mean, I guess we had the beta from years ago, but really, we never saw it bloom to its fullest potential, and it's tragic. It's all very truly tragic that it has come to this. But unfortunately, sometimes in life, we can't have it all. We can't have everything as much as we'd want to, and it's sad. It truly is sad. We might only have to accept the circumstances and move on. I know we are all sad, disappointed, angry. Things could have been better. Things could have been different. But life has its ups and downs, and I know it's a cycle. I know we're tired of it. I know sometimes we might feel crushed, like we're feeling way too many ups and downs to actually process everything. So when you sometimes think to yourself, maybe if we could have this one very nice thing, we could be happy. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But the bro just disappeared. Okay, that's unfortunate, but unfortunately that guy's life is not important right now. Was he killed because he was AFK? Oh, yeah, make sure to move every now and then. Anyway, such it is. We have to cope with it. Is Valve bad? Yes. Does Valve suck? Yes. There's no defending that. But it is the reality that we will have to live with for the rest of our lives. So let's not grieve too hard and hopefully move on to something better in the future. May Classic Offensive rest in peace and have a good life in the afterlife, even though it was technically never born to begin with. Like, can we say that? Like, it wasn't even prematurely born, right? It was basically aborted. God. Well, let's just imagine right here. This is the grave of Classic Offensive. So, throw in your roses, throw in all of your bullets, and yeah. If you want to cry, go ahead. If you want to writhe in pain and dish out your anger, you can do that too. But such it is, everybody. Rest in peace, Classic Offensive. You could have been so good. You could have been so much better than anything we could have ever expected you to ever be. Maybe you could have been so good in fact. You could have been the best that there ever was. Maybe everyone would have flocked to it. Maybe everyone would have played it instead of CS2. And it really would have been awesome to have that. But yeah, we were not given that option. You were prematurely murdered in cold blood by the hands of your sort of original creator, Valve, who rightfully took away everything from you before you could spread your wings like a beautiful butterfly and shine bright like the star you were meant to be. But regardless of all, the memory of all the trailers and all of the time we waited for you to come to us will always remain in our memories until the end of time. Or, hey, maybe like a phoenix, you shall rise one day. The future is truly a mystery, and who knows? Who knows what might happen? This is a video game after all, so nothing is... death isn't guaranteed, but maybe your little brother, Legacy Strike, can take the mantle and prove Big Bad Valve wrong. Maybe it can. Or maybe it will join you. We can only hope for the best. Amen. And rest in peace to Classic Offensive. For the time being, of course. It's truly sad, isn't it? Yeah. Friend died. A companion died. Someone very important to us died today. Well, does anybody have communion wafers? Did anybody bring food? Where's the bomb site on this? I think this is a fight yard map. Wait, is this a fight yard map? Is there no bomb site, or is the bomb site? Oh, there's the bomb site. Well, Rip in peace. May the heavens bless you. And may God be merciful to your soul. Freaking sad day. Hello, escalation. Yeah. It truly is a sad day for all of us. Hope is lost, but you know what? You know what? I'm still somehow holding out that maybe something someday can happen. It may not happen today. It might happen in the future. Who knows? We might see it like a distant relative that we haven't seen in 15 years. My microphone fell! I'm sorry about that. Why did it fall? Even my microphone is sad. It fucking fell over. Well, guys, I don't know. I guess enjoy the rest of the funeral. You could now you are allowed to, I guess, to shoot at each other. Maybe you want to go cry in a corner. I'm just gonna. I just want to bawl my eyes out. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Oh my god, all hell's breaking loose now. Ah! Imagine bombing a graveyard. You know my acting skills are so good. I actually managed it to. I actually teared up. Not gonna lie. I actually cried a little bit. It was forced crying. It wasn't like actual crying, but yeah. I don't know what to say, man. Now let's get into the semantics of everything. Why did it have to come to this? Why was this the outcome? Is Valve just evil? Does Valve just not care? And they just want everybody to play their gambling simulator? I guess. Maybe. Maybe not. But honestly, like I said, I don't think Classic Offensive was gonna become so popular that it was gonna take away from CS2. I don't think Valve were ever that threatened by the existence of Classic Offensive. Wait, can I just play some church music at this point? Wait, You know, guys, Orthodox church music goes incredibly hard. Let me show you. You know, no, that actually sounds a bit dark. Let's just stick with this. It sounds ethereal. Or maybe this? Actually, yeah, this works. Hello, escalation, by the way. I didn't say hi. Anyway, about the semantics of why and how did it have to come to this and everything. Thing is, yeah, it sucks that Valve did this, but I've said this before a million times. The unfortunate reality is that Valve does not explicitly allow CS to be modded. Especially if you're trying to make a sort of remake of CS, I guess. This kind of stuff is just not allowed under Valve's rules and everything. And I know, we can demonize Valve, we can tell them that they are horrible and that they used to care about modding, but just think about it for a second that everything that came from the original Half-Life, that came from the Gold Source engine and modding, all of it was allowed, first off. You were allowed, there was an SDK, and you were allowed to mod the original Half-Life. Make derivative work, make campaigns, make multiplayer games, that was all basically allowed. It's the same thing with the Source Engine SDK, but now when it comes to SDKs for specific games, it needs to be explicitly allowed. See, Valve allowed TF2 modding recently, and all of the mods that were previously kept in the dark and kept quiet now they have a platform. I mean, Team Fortress Classic, with a similar name and project idea. Team Fortress Classic is on Steam. See, it's a derivative mod of Team TF2. That's a classic edition of TF2. And Valve allows it, because they explicitly allowed it. They came out and said, here's the TF2 SDK, have fun with it. Did they do the same with CS? No. So, the demise of Classic Offensive was sort of inevitable. But, here's the worst part. Here's why this situation completely sucks. Now, I'm not relinquishing Valve of any responsibility at all. Here's why the Classic Offensive situation sucks. It sucks because the Classic Offensive project... Now, there was this thing on Steam years ago that was called Steam Greenlight. You could, like, put your project on, you know, Steam, apply for it to be approved, community members would vote for it, and if enough people say, yes, we want this game, you will get your game on Steam. It would be approved, and you would have it. Now, Classic Offensive did the same thing 7 years ago, and they were approved, not just by the community wanting it to be on Steam, but also Valve said, yes, you can go ahead. We are going to allow this on Steam. And they were, I think they were given tools, too. So, they sort of initially had permission. But then, over time, Valve was becoming more and more silent. Valve began abstaining from any comments or giving them any tools, code or anything, until eventually we got to this point where Valve said no. And this is the worst part of it. If Valve said no years ago, then Classic Offensive devs probably would have taken a different direction, either trying to make it work in a different way, or by maybe scrapping the project then and there, instead of continuing to work on it for 7 fucking years, only to be told no in the end. So, that's why this sucks. Basically, Valve led the Classic Offensive team on, for no fucking reason, only to end up wasting their time. Yeah. If they said no 7 years ago, it would have been a done deal, at least. At least they would know. They would have a clear answer, but with Valve doing its usual, we're gonna remain silent until we are it is absolutely necessary for us to speak up or make a statement, then yeah. Just classic Valve move. I only just do not entirely agree with the angle of Valve is evil, they don't like mods, and they don't want Classic Offensive encroaching on the popularity and revenue of CS2. I know that's sort of the popular narrative, but I don't believe that personally. I don't agree with it. I think it just comes down to Valve being inconsistent with their rules. With what is allowed and what isn't. Like I said, if there was a CSGO SDK, modding would be cool, just like TF2 recently. But there's not, so they shouldn't be allowed. But they allowed Classic Offensive on the green light, and then years later they ended up changing their minds after just being silent and not allowing the release on Steam. So the devs were like, okay, we give up, we're just gonna fucking go ahead and release it off Steam, and then Valve was forced to intervene and say, fuck you, no. So, yeah. It sucks. Valve are still completely at fault for not saying anything sooner and not being transparent. But are they evil and they are becoming the next Ubisoft or Rockstar Games 2K Interactive? No. No. They're just stupid and inconsistent with their terms of service. That's all it comes down to. Oh yeah, you're on point. Thank you. Thank you, Escalation. 7 years is a lot of wasted time. Yeah. I mean, if anything, I guess maybe we can say that the people that worked on Classic Offensive gained some game dev experience. Look, I'm just trying to put a positive spin on it. At least the people working on the project maybe learned something about game dev. So... Hola, buenas, Molly. I can see your Spanish flag. ¿Cómo estás? Hey, how do you find these type of fun CS 1.6 servers? All I see is the server browser. We didn't find the server. I'm a cool guy, and I have connections and people that do my bidding. I'm sorry, Chow. That's it's just jokes, but you know how it is. I'm cool enough to have my own server, so this isn't just a random server we found, by the way. Oh, if you don't want a pay-to-win zombie server, Victory! Are you here? I saw you in chat. You could paste your IP if you want. Tell them about your classic zombie plague server. You can go ahead and do that. Yeah, I give you explicit permission to promote your server. I usually don't, but in this case, I'll allow it if you're still here. I low-key get Valve for not wanting this mod to exist, but they handled this situation horribly. Yeah, they did. They did. They did. Hello. Okay, I think we've had enough grieving. I think it's enough crying and being angry about it. We can still talk about it, of course, but in the meantime, how about we just move on to, I don't know, fucking... If we can't play Classic Offensive, we might as well play CS 1.6, I guess. So, ciao. Let's just revert back to regular CS. Just put up a map pool and let's just enjoy a little bit of legacy. No, not even legacy. Just classic Counter-Strike in the best way we could. Is it gonna be the same for CS Legacy? I hope not. I'm afraid it might be. But yeah, but if you guys wanna boycott Valve for Classic Offensive, you're welcome to do that. But I'm just afraid that, unfortunately, Valve, when they make a stance on something, they are pretty stern about it. So they're not just gonna say, you know what, everyone is right. Let's just go back on our word and, you know, allow Classic Offensive. I mean, I saw in their message from the Classic Offensive team that they were very miffed about the whole thing. They said some mean words about Valve, which I'm not gonna say they are not allowed to be mad at Valve and criticize them, but I do sort of think that some of the things that they said in their messaging isn't exactly correct. I mean, it kind of goes with that same narrative of people say that Valve used to care about modding, but now all they care is about money. They used to be a pioneer. Like, it's a bit exaggerated in my opinion. It all just has to fall under their guidelines and rules, which, are they too strict with it? Yeah. Should they allow more games and derivative content and have an SDK for every single game that they've ever made? Yeah. I wish it was better, but this is how they decide to do things. I don't know why, but I am definitely sure that this isn't because they are afraid of somebody making a better game than what they have going on. Strictly gonna only play CSS? Yeah, sure. I mean, guys, if you want to flock to old CS game, if we're not getting a legacy CS game and you want to go back to CSS or 1.6 or Condition 0, I mean, at least they're here. They're always gonna be here. We just have a chance. Yeah, we do, but it's concerning. The future is concerning. This is so incredibly screwed. I guess, yeah, they got some game dev experience, 8 years of it. Yeah. Different people, too, because if I remember correctly, there were tons of different people working on Classic Offensive. It's not just one specific team of people. But was it in general a waste of time, basically, to work on a project that inevitably got shunned and basically cease and desisted? Yes. Sucks major balls. I tried to like just curb my expectations and everything about the project coming to life or things turning out well. I personally was just prepared for the worst, so I'm slightly not surprised by this kind of outcome. I wish there still was a way to get it. I mean, if Valve was like, no, you cannot have this on Steam, but hey, maybe we could still have it somewhere else, then I would have been fine with that. Ah, shit. I can't see shut. Ah! Ugh, does CS Pro Mod still work? I guess, but good luck finding a server, because that game is pretty much offline. My fucking food is so cold. I guess I'm gonna munch on a cold kebab. I've read the statements Valve sent to the Classic Offensive devs. The mod devs' interpretation isn't so far off. The CS team seems to approach modding a lot different than other departments. Maybe. But would it really be because they feel if somebody makes a derivative CS mod that's multiplayer, it's a threat to CS2? Because, well, I guess hypothetically, if multiple projects, like not just Classic Offensive or CS Legacy, but down the road, if Classic Offensive comes out, and this sort of allows down the road for other people to also be like, hey, I want to make my own CS version, and then we get a shit ton of CS-type games based on you know, whatever SDK, and they're all on Steam. Is it gonna be a threat to the integrity? Is it at that point gonna be a threat to the integrity of the main product, which is CS2? Because there might be people who would say, well, why would I play CS2 when there's all of these other fun CS-related projects I can hop on and they are completely free? Maybe in that sort of case, but I'm not entirely sure. Because, see, the thing with multiplayer mods is it sort of depends, really. I kind of thought that worst-case scenario for a Classic Offensive would be that it releases, people have fun with it, some people are like, wow, nostalgia, and then they never play it again, or something like that. They end up only engaging with it for a short while and then abandoning it. And same with maybe other projects, but it depends on what those other projects are about. So it's kind of up in the air at this point. If Valve also cease and desists CS Legacy, then it's like, okay, they obviously have a vendetta against CS-related projects. Oh, and by the way, guys, if nobody knows, this server is hosted in Francais, so if you're not in Europe or close to Europe, I'm sorry. Ah! Fuck. Hello, King. I wonder how Desolence is doing IRL right before summer. Hope you're doing. What, is there something that's supposed to happen that's bad? Because I'm doing fine. I'm in the process of doing a lot of things IRL and other freelance-related work, like, bruh. My day is full of, like, IRL appointments because I'm looking for real estate. And then and then I go to work, and then I come back home and I work on videos, and I try to engage with my other hobbies and take a break, and yeah, I got a lot going on. But that doesn't mean that my videos are not moving along smoothly. So yeah, I know this is what you care about the most, is the content this SoyTuber generates, which is coming. My next video is almost done. It's like 95% done, and I'm actually gonna finish it today. But maybe if I release it today, now that everyone is mourning the loss of Classic Offensive, I might postpone it for one day, just so we could have a little moment. Because I feel like if I finish the video right now, it's gonna take me like 1 hour to finish it. Oh, I don't have a thumbnail. So maybe like 2-3 hours to finish it. For it to finally be uploaded onto the channel and everything. Yeah, it might take a while, but then it'll be up. But I feel like people are gonna watch it and then talk about Classic Offensive in the comments, because this is like the topical news right now. So maybe I'll wait for the storm to pass at least a little bit. The fuck you think you're doing, these stupid smokes? Okay, he got me. Is it only because Zool is French? Is he French? What? I didn't know that. I thought he was from the Netherlands or Danish for some reason. I guess I'm wrong. No, I mean, just hope you're ready for summer. It's gonna be good. Oh yeah. In general, summer's gonna be bussin'. It's gonna be a bit sad without having a summer without Classic Offensive or CS Legacy, which hasn't released yet, so yeah. Yeah, he is. Oh, really? Is Glazig dead? Yes, it is. You sound Italian? No, no, no. No italiano. C'è spasso. Lo non sono italiano. Oh my god. Non so niente. This is British. Ugh. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Ko had no gambling or anything, so surely it wouldn't make sense to think Ko was thought of a competitor. Yeah, that's why I don't think Ko was a competitor, but I think it may be more so related to the precedent that Classic Offensive would set. I don't know. We're all just speculating, and I don't want to be a grifter here to milk the subject or whatever. But it is topical, so I just wanted to kind of cover it at least once. That's why I'm fired up this stream, and so we could like do a funeral and make something fun out of it at least a little bit. What the fuck? Okay, goodbye, escalation. Have a good night. Much love to the co-dev team. Thoughts and prayers to the co-dev team. So I pray that there may be a sliver of hope somewhere out there for the whole thing to come out. I don't know. It's bleak, everybody. It's really bleak. It's never been more over. So sad. Is that 1.6? Is it? Or am I playing Classic Offensive, actually? If Pirate Counter-Strike will be banning Gial? What? People have been doing that for years. What are you talking about? I always wonder about the reason some players use left-handed view models. How you see people that use it play 1.6 in software rendering for years, and it's what's... No. I'm just left-handed in real life. That's why I play left-handed. It's also the entire reason the game does even have the option for a left hand, because Min Lee is left-handed. I think if Min Lee was right-handed, we would never have gotten left-hand in CS ever. But we may never know. In the same way, we may never know what's gonna happen to Classic Offensive. I'm out of the loop. What happened to Ko? It's dead. Valve said no. Don't release it. You can't release it. Or we will copy strike you. So, yeah. It's done and buried, unfortunately. While attacking CS2 local server will be a good payback for what? Maybe? Fuck. Give love to Bulgaria. Marhaba ya Sadeiki Bulgaristan. Right, that's how they talk. Salamu alaikum. Those are the Bulgarian customs, right? I'm sorry. All I know about Bulgaria is that it was part of the Ottoman Empire for a very, very long time. But on a serious note, much love, much love. Damn, that's not very Valve of them. I mean, it seems not very Valve of them on the surface, but realistically, everything is in order. Actually, because they never said, hey everybody, here's the SDK to CS, you can make derivative content. And then they said, no, you can't have this actually. And I know I'm basically constantly repeating myself when I say this kind of stuff. I know I'm regurgitating it, but I just really want people to be clear on why things are the way they are. Valve are not breaking their rules or anything, their own rules or TOS, or purposefully targeting the project and being like a Nintendo or Ubisoft. They're just doing things based on the rules they have set. Why does the original Counter-Strike exist? This Counter-Strike that I'm playing right now, 1.6. Because Valve gave the SDK of Half-Life to everyone and said, here you go, you can mod this game. They allowed it. So everyone did it. But there is no SDK for CSGO, and there is no explicit permission. Oh my god. There is no explicit permission for people to mod CS. Therefore, derivative mods of CSGO are not allowed. So, it all falls in line, and it's all just as Valve intended. And once again, I'm also going to repeat this, but if you say, well, then why did Valve sort of allow Classic Offensive to happen to begin with and waste 7 years of development time? I don't know. I guess they had a change of heart. They may have initially been interested in saying yes by allowing Classic Offensive, but then had a change of heart and said no. And that sucks. I don't have a definitive answer for that, but that's what sucks about the situation, that Valve first said maybe, but then said no. Imagine if you had a girl that you like, and you want to be in a relationship with her, a romantic relationship. She says, yeah, actually, I may be interested. We could do something. We could do something about that. But I have to think about it. And you're like, okay, that gives me hope. So you prepare, you think about family, you think about real estate and everything and career. You can imagine your life with that woman or guy, whoever you're into. And at some point, it's just silence. They don't say anything. And eventually, you start asking, so are we doing this? Are we gonna start loving each other? But they're silent. They're not saying anything. Until you actually pressure them and say, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then suddenly it's like, no, actually, no, we can't do this. So it's like, okay, but I waited for you to give me an answer for years. You said maybe, but now all of a sudden no, and you're wasting all my fucking time? That's kind of what the situation is. That's a very bad allegory, I know. Well, it's not an allegory, actually. It's more of a, what the fuck you call it? It's a, analogy. That's a very bad analogy to give, but it's kind of there. So is Zul just gonna give up on the game for good? Probably. This is kind of the most likely direction forward. I'm sorry to say. Maybe they won't. So their work doesn't go to waste. Maybe there will be some sort of quote-unquote unofficial leak release or whatever sometime. Well, for the time being, this is it. It's dead, Jim. It's dead. Can they change the Half-Life 2 SDK or Black Mesa? What? What do you mean change? Why and how did you disable the spectator HUD? JXGS, I think you can find it on Game Banana. I don't know how I found it. I was just looking for remove CS 1.6 spectator HUD elements. Ah! And I found a file. There's a spectator.res file you can find on Game Banana that removes the black bars. And honestly, I initially did it so I could have like a cleaner visual for my videos when I get like free look footage. But honestly, it looks way better like this without those stupid black bars. What is your country? Guys, what is my country today? Give me suggestions. Good night, have a good stream. Thank you. I may not be along for too much. I don't anticipate we're gonna be sitting here bitching and moaning about Classic Offensive for 2 hours more. Let's go to La Roca Beta. Or Hill. It's actually a good map. Albania? Yes, okay. Today I'm Albanian. There's your answer. I am from Albania. Glory to Nostradin Hoxha, or no, who was that Albanian dictator? His family name was like Hoxha. Whatever though. Oh hell, this map's good. See everybody, like I said, it's not all bad because we still have 1.6 and Source and V34, right? What the fuck, hell is made by Chris Audi? No wonder this map is good. What the fuck, I didn't know that. The official Cole channel literally dropped the trailer 2 hours ago. Yeah, they probably dropped that trailer simply because they had it on hand. They had it ready for the release of Classic Offensive, but now that it's not releasing, I might as well make it public, I guess. If we can't have the game, we can at least have a trailer. I'm not even kidding, they literally... Yeah, I saw that, I saw that. Red and black. Eagle on your chest. Enver Hoxha, yes! Enver Hoxha. Glory to Enver Hoxha. I don't mean that, it's a joke. He's a bad boy. Legit. We can't play the game, but at least we can look at it. Yeah. No, I mean, if you really want to play Classic Offensive, on ModDB, there exists the 2017 demo build. I think it was a demo build or just a beta build. It's there. So... Oh, fuck. How you doing, my little Pookie Bear? Fuck, I ain't your goddamn fucking Pookie Bear. That's really something to know, yeah. God damn it, Valve. You know, I just would have been perfectly fine if 7 years ago Valve just straight up said no to Classic Offensive. Wouldn't have been good overall, but it would have sufficed. We would have had a clear answer earlier on. But taking so long was just kind of like, man, come on. Man, fuck this shit. Why? What the fuck? I just got blasted by a shotty. Alright, RTV. I don't know why you guys don't like stupid hell, but I think it's a really cool map. Maybe if we just eat food and we can get it out of our minds. All of this sadness. I don't like food, however. So I don't entirely understand how does food make people not depressed. Is it like alcohol where you can like drink your problems away? Have you heard about CS client mod? I have. But there's not really much to say about it. By having fun with Condition Zero, just modifying the Tour of Duty files and messing around with bots. That sounds like fun. Sounds more fun than you'll ever have now that Classic Offensive is never coming out. Ah! You can get no, I know you can get addicted to food, but food having a healing effect or, you know, making you forget about the bad things in life, like the same way you can with alcohol. Alcohol I kind of understand, because you can just drown your sorrows and get drunk. But food? Yeah, I guess some people are attached to food. I'm not. Though. I was attached to Classic Offensive, but now it's all for nothing. Okay. What is that message, Team Crafted? What the did you like camouflage your message? What the hell? 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 If anybody is too miffed about Classic Offensive, you can always try to boycott Valve and yell at them, but just so you know, you'd be screaming into a void, basically. Oh, fuck! What's that, Chow? Chow, you're here. I want to show you something. Oh, you made a post about it. Noise. Chow, I wanna ask you something. No, I'd not ask you, but I found out something today. I found a very French clip, and I did not know it's possible to speak French very fast. Like, listen to this shit.
Monsieur, excusez-moi. Monsieur, oui, pardon. En fait, c'est par rapport à des raisons de sécurité, mais également des questions de principe. Je souhaiterais que vous restiez à proximité de moi, de sorte à ce que je puisse vous surveiller, car nous sommes dans une zone qui est non sécurisée, comme vous le voyez actuellement. Donc, pour cette raison, je vous demanderai de rester au pied. Est-ce que c'est possible pour vous? Je vous remercie infiniment, et je vous invite à me suivre.
But that first verse was like so quick. I was like, damn, I did not know you can speak French that fast. For those that didn't see the visual that I didn't show, it's just I can't see shite. It's just a guy talking to a dog on the street, and I think he's basically telling the dog to please, for the dog's own safety, to stay next to him. Or something like that. Ah! I haven't been able to get a frag, really. Ah, it's fast indeed, yeah. I only understood like 10% of it. Wasn't Jorge mentioned here? Because I said something about him. We decided that today I am Albanian, and I said glory to Enver Hoxha, so... That's what Albanian people like to say, right? Real question here, you like French men? Depends. Man, can't say this wasn't expected. But I still had hope that the Classic Offensive team was gonna be able to work something out with Valve, but I guess they're not budging. And I'm just seriously concerned about the future of CS Legacy. I feel like, why did I buy this and not the Bum Dumbo? I'm a little bit scared about CS Legacy now. Hell yeah. Say, Shkiptar Mizmer. What are those clapping sounds? Huh? What clapping sounds? What was I doing? I forgot. Albania was probably the only country you should have avoided while choosing. Why? I mean, it's a place that exists, I guess. Man, don't fucking divulge from... Oh, bro just died. Don't fucking divulge from the Classic Offensive subject, but I feel like maybe at this point we've kind of beaten it to the ground, and we said everything that we could. But I'm only holding out for anybody that comes in and asks why Classic Offensive is dead, just in case, so I could like regurgitate the news, and we'll be on our way. Meanwhile, gameplay. Fuck! It has to do something with goats. It's not a family. Ew. Ew. Ugh. Ugh. Damn, bro. Yo, did CSGO actually get cancelled? Yes. It's never been more over for Classic Offensive than it is right now. Valve just basically cease and desisted them, and yeah. We're never gonna see that release. Until we do, somehow. for some reason. I don't know. But for the time being, it's 100% dead. Listen, this is important. I want to flirt with my French teacher. What should I tell her? How old are you and your French teacher? That's the important question. Like, I don't want to hear I'm 15 and I'm in high school and I'm in love with my French teacher. Like, I don't want to hear about that. If that's the case. Oh my god, you just fucking... Ugh. Fuck. He's just yapping? Probably, but I want to help either way. Vice City Next Gen exists and it was D&D as well. You can find a way to publish it if you want. What? The hell are you on about, cuh? You know, people used to say, LOL, classic offensive before GTA 6? Well, at this point, currently, GTA 6 before classic offensive. What a turn of events. I'm 24, she's 32. Alright, well, then that's fine. Hey, can you try mine server? Sure, I guess. We don't really have much else to do right now. We ran out of fucks to give about classic offensive now that it's dead. We cried and grieved and were sad, but I think it's about time we just move on from it. Right, guys? We may never forgive Valve for what they did. But yet, we don't really have anything else to do but move on. I'm joking. Okay, so you were just abusing me. Cool. Cool. Ah! Fuck, I wanted the M4. The baby got cancelled and he's back, so there's hope. I mean, yeah, a lot of things sometimes get cancelled but then come back. No, it's just the only reason I slightly and vaguely believe that classic offensive may come back is because, you know, in some form it might come back because, but see, the reason I'm holding out at least a smidgen of hope that classic offensive will come back is because I don't think the devs are just going to let 7 years of effort go to waste like that. They have literally a complete game ready to launch, but they're just not allowed to release it. So I don't think they're just gonna be like, okay, well, this goes down the shitter and delete everything and go MIA, basically disappear off of the internet. I don't think no human with a soul would ever do that to their art project. So they could definitely find a way to bring it to the public somehow. But for now, there's nothing said. They've just said it's dead. We ain't getting shit. And that's the end of it for now. So let's not... So I don't want to, like, hype everyone up that it will come back, actually. See, also, on their website, it doesn't say... On their timeline at the end, it doesn't say classic offensive dead, goodbye. It just says... I think it just said something along the lines of postponed for now, or something along those lines, I don't know. Don't worry, that one homeless guy who works on CS2's anti-cheat will fix everything. Probably. Yo, all you just make every good zombie mon new concept. Okay, but what is your dumbass fucking IP if you really want me to see it? Give me Give me, fine, I'll give it a shot, I'll try it. Like I said, we don't have anything better to do right now. It's not like we can go ahead and play Classic Offensive or some shit like that. How's your streaming going? Awful. We don't have Classic Offensive. It's pretty awful. They should use a custom launcher like CS Client mod. But that's what they tried to do. And Valve said, stop and shut up. It's not that Valve isn't allowing them to release it on Steam. They're not even allowing them to release it at all. That's the problem. Because they were prepared to do that. And literally hours before launch, Valve was like, hold up. Hold up. You know, that kind of makes me wonder, guys. What if the Classic Offensive team decided to release the game while Valve are outside of work hours? What if they didn't announce a release date and it just came out of nowhere? They just pushed it out and was like, hey guys, it's out! In the middle of the night, while everyone at Valve isn't working. So nobody would see it, and they can't do anything about it. Because at least, if it happened like that, then at least, even if they afterwards cease and desist the dev team, the game files would be out there. Everyone would have access to the game. I think that would have been cool. Not cool, but it might have been a way to circumvent the whole situation. Just be like, oops, well, we just randomly decided to release it on a Saturday evening. With no prior announcement. Valve would have been shitting their bridges again. Hope is one hell of a drug, that's for sure. It doesn't cost me anything to be hopeful, so I'm just gonna sit here and believe, that's it. And more buggy, and with less respect from the devs. Well, that might be the caveat, but still. So what if I tried playing the ModDB Classic? Nobody would care, bro, because it's old and it's unfinished, so... Oops, it got leaked. Well, that's for now, the only alternative. For somebody to be like, hello... No, for somebody to go on anonymously on 4chan and be like, hello everybody, here with me, I have all of the Classic Offensive files. And I am freely distributing them to everybody. Because then everyone would have access to it. And even though there's no official release or whatever, people can still download it, host servers, and play on it. It would be too late. Valve cannot stop it if that happened. But it didn't happen. And I'm sure the code dev team probably wanted to do things with official announcements and all just to, you know, not really anger Valve or anything, and for their own sake, as to not face litigation just in case. Maybe. Oh look, Mirage. Valve could just hire them? Why? They could, but it's not a viable business strategy for them. See, Valve didn't just originally buy the rights to CS from Minley because they thought this is such an awesome game. From a business perspective, they also saw that they could make money, because if nobody was there, or if nobody has seen my interview with Minley basically told me, I didn't even know they were going to sell Counter-Strike, because I intended it as a free-to-play game, as a free game. but they decided to sell it, which, okay, it's their right, because they owned it at that point. You know, he got a bag for it, but yeah. Hi from Russia. Здорово, блядь! Как тебя зовут? What map are you playing? It's Mirage. Good old Mirage. From the video game. I need to delete my Mirage file. Why? Is it because this one is somehow different? Oh, stinky! Fuck. GG, guys. I was disgruntled gamer. He's the most mildly disgust gamer you've ever heard. He's the mildly frustrated, disgruntled gamer. He plays the games that are not really bad, but people kinda hate. He's going to take a dump on a CD. He's the disgruntled gamer. Здорово, that was great. Хорош, блядь! Tia down? Ah! Нет, нет, пожалуйста, говори по-английски. We need to make DE Zolan's map. Sure, but making a map isn't easy. If somebody wants to, do it. But you're gonna have to follow my specifications. Because if it's gonna be DE Zolan's, then it might as well have something DE Zolan's related in it. Like, I don't mean Easter eggs with my little scrungly avatar or anything like that. I'm talking about just a part of the map's design being based on my personal preference or something. From there on, you could make whatever layout you want, maybe. I don't know. But that's like a very involved endeavor that I don't think somebody's going to bother with that. Unless I pay them, which maybe I could. I do have my own CS map that I've made. Guys, check it out. I made my first my first gold source map. It's called Des Wallbang. Thanks to Peugeot for compiling it for me, but yeah, I'm doing some wallbang tests on this because that's what my next video is about. Pretty cool map, huh? I'll make it public. I don't mind. I'm just gonna link it in my new video. So yeah. Kalispera, brothers. Stop dying to the USP. I'm not a tryhard, okay? Damn, that angry video game nerd stuff really gave me flashbacks. It's the angriest video game nerd. Is the angriest video game nerd. He's the angriest Nintendo nerd. He's the angry video game nerd. Hi. Hello, Gaben, you missed everything. What are you doing here? Bro, old Mirage was so much better. I don't know. I don't like Mirage overall, though, so to each their own. Why don't we have more singing in the videos? Because I'm not confident in singing, okay? Thanks for making this live stream. I genuinely wouldn't have known about this any otherwise. Yeah. Maybe you would know if you join my Discord for the latest news of everything and a bunch of circle jerks. Do you want that? You're welcome to join the Dissonation on discord.com/whatever. I think Nightbond is gonna post the link soon. And also you could get notified for the latest events and stuff. Also, to anybody that's still watching for one reason or another, I'm gonna give you some very special news because you're my very special audience that has stuck throughout this entire stream to listen to my bullshit yapping. I'm gonna tell you something very nice. Something very lovely. Classic offensive, yeah, that's sad, but here's a very good news. Here's something very nice. I am going to be playing very soon Min Lee, aka the creator of Counter-Strike, if you didn't know. I'm going to be playing his new game, which is technically out, but it's early access. And I'm gonna play it with him, and he's gonna guide me, and we're just gonna showcase it to everybody, give it a shot. See how it goes. Might be fun, might be great. Did you know Persians call the auto snipers gay gun in a gay tone? Calling it gay gun on one hand is whatever, because people call a lot of things gay for no reason. That's just, teenage humor. Nothing surprising there, but the gay tone thing sounds interesting. I want to hear how that sounds. I'm curious. But yeah. Minri. Oh no, that's racist. I'm sorry. Why did I say it? Fuck me. I blurted it out. I had a slip of the tongue. I'm sorry. Oh, it's nice regarding Minli's game. Yeah. We'll see how we're gonna do it because he's in a completely different continent than me, so we shall figure that out. Meanwhile, though, expect new video very soon. It's been a long time coming. I took way too long with it, but it's been a drag. I'm sorry. What is the name of that new game? Let me find it. He actually gave me a key for it that I activated. I sound so ungrateful because I forgot the name of the game. Hold up, where's my installed list? Tactical intervention? No. Where is it? Alpha response. Here it is. It's called Alpha Response. And yeah, it's a sort of military type first person multiplayer shooter. And by the looks of it, I haven't tried it, but by the looks of it, it might be what tactical intervention was supposed to be. Maybe, but we'll see. They probably have a lot of ideas and stuff. So yeah. Minley's involved with this project. I don't know if he's a lead on it or anything, if he's a project director. I don't know. Either way, you'll see whenever that happens. We're gonna make a whole event out of it and stuff. Anyway, guys, you can check out Alpha Response if you want right now. But back to the subject of today. I know this has been a bit of a short stream, but I launched it for only one single purpose, and it's to spread the word and mourn the loss of Classic Offensive, and that's pretty much it. I wasn't really interested in sitting here playing for hours. So yeah, all in all, the situation sucks immensely. There could be a way out of it, but who knows? I personally recommend you simply forget about it for now. There is no point in lashing out your anger at Valve, because fuck me, they're a billion-dollar corporation. They're not gonna care. You could write an email to to Gaben's personal email, but it's not gonna do much. You could go to Bellevue, Washington, and protest in front of the Valve office, but it's not gonna do anything, also. You could tweet at them a bazillion times. You could post comments on every single CS Twitter tweet or zeet, but it's not gonna change a thing. Boycott all you want, but I think being emotional is just kind of pointless right now. If you want to, go ahead if you really feel like it. I'm just saying that you're just punching a wall. It's not gonna move. Nothing's gonna happen. Oof, 25 euro. I'm not sure what kind of content it has to justify 25 euros, but I mean, these games these days, I'm fucking dumb. These days, everything is expensive, chow. Fucking Doom the Dark Ages is 80 euro. It's a good thing I got a key from a third-party site that was way cheaper. Have a good night, man, and take care of yourself. Yeah, take care, everybody. It's gonna be difficult, but let's be vigilant and move on. We still have CS Legacy. We still also have, I guess, the CSGO Supremacy Discord and project, so go apply for that if you want good old CSGO. I'll make Gaben oil up and change his mind. Bruh. Fucking around with a 60-year-old, you be geeked, bruh. Classic Offensive released a new gameplay trailer. I know! Somebody already said that a bajillion times. And I know why they said that. They only said that because... They only did that because... What are they supposed to do with that trailer either way? They probably planned it to release it with the release of the game, but now that it's not happening, might as well just fucking go ahead. Make that public at least, if they can't make the game public. For once, I won't buy Doom the Dark Ages, not until some time. Why? Despite having bought both collectors of Doom 20... Chow, is it because of the price? Because if you want a better price, third-party key sellers have it for 62 euro approximately, which is good. That I bought it from a place that sold it to me for 62. It's not like a G2A Kingwin thing where it's iffy. The place I got it from, I looked it up, I did research and stuff, and it seemed okay. They have some safeguards and stuff, so I'm waiting for my key to be delivered, which they said would be soon. Oh no, the gameplay doesn't really seem very Doomish. Oh, that's what you mean. Right. It may not be, but you know what? For me, Chow, for me personally, it looks to me like, oh god, imagine if this was Quake. Because, you know, it has the whole medieval thing. For me, it's a bit reminiscent of Quake 1. And I know Quake 1 has, like, weapons, actual weapons, but this one has, like, flails and shields and stuff. It's actually, like, Middle Ages and stuff, but I fuck with it. I fuck with it a lot. Riding giant robots, dragons, shooting bits of skulls. I haven't seen a whole lot of gameplay in trailers, just a little bit, but look, my belief is that they managed to knock it out of the park 2 times with Doom, 2 times in a row, and I think they can do it a 3rd time. I believe they can do it a 3rd time. Just looking at the trailers, it looks like a great time. So, I'll trust it. I know pre-ordering games is a bit iffy usually, but this one I trust. This one I feel like I can trust. I'll be disappointed if my trust is broken, but overall, I hope. If that was Quake, I'd have been super thrilled. Well, I'm personally gonna kind of pretend it's Quake to a degree, but yeah, it would have been awesome to have a Quake like this. Just, man, bring back that gothic cyber aesthetic from the first Quake. They really knocked it out of the park with the vibe and aesthetic there, but afterwards it was kind of downhill for me personally. Anyway, I'm not gonna divulge into that kind of shit. RIP Classic Offensive, we had a little bit of fun with it. We mourned its loss and all that. RIP in peace, GG, no uninstall, quit. That's it, everybody. Show's over. For now. For now. I'd call it Painkiller. Also, last thing, there's event this week. Do we make an event this week real quick? Shit. I want to say yes, but nah, okay, let's skip this week. Maybe this week I could do something with No, I want to, like, really preemptively announce the Minli thing early. So, how about... Because I feel like if we're doing an event, we have to announce it now. Okay, actually, ciao. I'll think about it maybe, and I'll message you. Okay. Yeah. No, we could take it chill. We could not skip this week and do it maybe next week, but I'll see what I also have going on with Minli in the meantime. Okay. Dubious claim, yes. A lot of dubious claims. Anyway, good night, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good lunch. Hang on tight. There's a beautiful world out there, so let's enjoy the nice things.